band, John McLennan here, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to play Lay Down Sally as recorded by Eric Clapton on guitar. And if this is the first video in this series you've seen and you like Eric Clapton, you're in luck because I'm posting a brand new song lesson for every single song on his classic album, Slow Hand. Now I'm doing the videos in chronological order, so this is track number 3, Lay Down Sally. And in fact, this song only uses 3 chords, an A, a D, and an E. And it's really fun to play. I'm gonna break the whole thing down for you. But before we jump into it, if you're new to the channel, I wanna give you a gift right away. I put together this awesome fretboard guide that shows you the 5 must-know chords and scales for mapping out the entire fretboard. And if you wanna learn songs and you wanna learn to improvise on guitar, this is one of the most useful PDFs you can have, and it's just 1 page. I wanna give it to you completely for free. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below as my gift to you. So hope you enjoy that. And with that said, let's break it down. All right, so we're gonna start off with the intro, and this is just a vamp on an A chord. The song's in the key of A, and here's what we're gonna play. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is a bit of a combination of 2 of the guitar parts. There's actually double-tracked guitars on this, and there's one kind of doing more of a bass line like this. And then there's another part playing more on the middle strings. And so what I did was just combine them for a way of playing this on one guitar that gets as much of the full picture as we can. So we're gonna start out on this A chord, and I'm actually playing that with just my index finger. So we're gonna start by playing the 5th string, just bass note there, and then we're gonna do an up strum on the 3rd and 4th strings. So it's like an A5 there, or A power chord. From there, I actually, because I have my index like this, I can grab that 2nd fret there with my thumb on the low E. So we're gonna use our thumb to play notes here. We're gonna play the A chord, then the 2nd fret, then open, then back to that 2nd fret, then back to the A. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and bass, then up strum, then bass, 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 up strum. Then in the 2nd bar we'll do a rest on beat 1 and then an up strum there on the chord again. Then we'll play a little bass line, 2nd fret, then 3rd fret. There I use my middle finger on that low E, and then back to 2nd fret with the thumb. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So far the first 2 bars go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Then we start the same way again. So that's the first bar basically repeated again, but then we're gonna have this little variation. This is a cool country sounding lick here. We're gonna play the open 3rd string, then the 5th fret of the 4th string, and those are actually the same note. They're both the note G. So we're gonna play open, 5th fret, open, then bring this down to the 4th fret and play 4th fret, open, 4th fret. So get a nice little dissonance there with the note G, open, and then the F sharp a half step below. And then we finish back on that A5 there with an up strum. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Now if I back up from the previous measure, we've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... So that's our groove there, and this is going to be played for the intro, but it's also played for the guitar solo later in the song. We just stay on that A chord. It's just like a vamp on one chord, and Clapton plays his solo on top. So here it is. I'll play it 2 times through at just a slower tempo so you can hear what it sounds like all together. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 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 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, 3. I'm repeating it. So it's got a nice little syncopated, fun groove to play. So practice that, and then we're going to go into the verse, and this is where Clapton comes in singing. And here we're going to play this. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the first part of the verse here starts out on that A shape again, and what we're gonna do is play just the first 2 bars of that riff. So remember we went. Then we're gonna play that again. So that's what we're gonna play. It's just a little bit more of a tamed down version for the verse. Then from there, we're gonna go to a D chord. And here, instead of just playing like a straight D chord and strumming it, which you could, I like playing a more of a rhythm and blues pattern. So here I'm gonna go. So this is the open 4th string and then the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. This is just a super common blues rhythm pattern. These are things that I teach in my essential blues guitar system because they come from the blues, but you'll also use them in so many songs. So I'm playing the open 4th string, the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and I'm gonna go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and I'm gonna play basically 8th notes here, down up with the strum hand. But on beats 2 and 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and I'm gonna replace that note on the 2nd fret with the 4th fret on the 3rd string. So it's just gonna touch down and then come back. So I've got 4 bars of that A, just the first little part of the riff there. Then we go to 2 bars of the D, and then that repeats. So that's gonna sound like this. D, and again. All right, now here Clapton sings "Don't You Ever Leave," and after we do that 2 times, we take this D shape and we bring it up here to the E chord, and so that's the 6th string and then the 2nd fret on the 5th string. It's basically the same thing, but we just go to E. Don't you ever leave. Lay down, Sally. Da, 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 da. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? All right, so that brings us to the chorus next. Now here, we're just gonna play those straight blues rhythm patterns. So we're not gonna do the in the chorus, we're just gonna kind of hold it down. We're gonna play those 3 chords, as I mentioned, the A, the D, and the E. Now each chord's gonna go 2 bars. We'll start on the A. We'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we'll drop it down 1 string to the D chord, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we'll bring it up here to the E chord for 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we'll go back to A for 2 bars, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and so it's an 8-bar chorus there. We've got 2 A's, 2 D's, 2 E's, and then 2 A's. Here's what it sounds like all together. A 1, 2, 3, 4. Lay down, Sally. Rest you in my arms. Don't you think you want someone to talk to? Then it goes again. Lay down, Sally. around, you think you want someone to talk to. All right, after that, we go back to the way we started it off, that vamp on the A chord, and that's it for the entire song. Those are all the sections. Now, during the guitar solo, you just stay on the A chord. And you just play that riff. So stay tuned for another video where I'm going to dive more into soloing over this song, but get started with that, make sure you've got the core elements of the song down. And to help you even more, be sure to grab my ultimate fretboard guide at the first link down below. And this is going to show you the 5 must-know chords and scales for mapping out your entire fretboard. And when it comes to being able to play solos over this, like Eric Clapton, you want to be familiar with those patterns. So you can grab that to get you started right away. Just go to johnmclennan.com/fretboard guide or click the first link down below as my gift to you. As always, thanks for watching, thanks for listening. Hope you're enjoying this series. And if you like Clapton, be sure to check out this video next.